How's it going, Sagittarius? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing your reading for the full moon happening in Scorpio. So, we'll start off with some oracles. So that's what we do here. We start it and we finish it. All right, so we have the last quarter, waning earth moon. So the last quarter would be 2 weeks from now, or from the full moon in Scorpio. That could be a significant period of time for you. Fall seems to be the theme of this card, and principles. So when you think about fall and principles, to me it is like shedding your skin. It is getting rid of what is dried out, no longer able to sustain. Also, like, not because it's no good, but because it's a phase where you're like shedding, so that you maybe literally shedding, like maybe you might be like stressed out and losing some hair, or your skin is dry. For me, like, springtime is the time where that shit needs some extra lotion. Okay, so principles of self-care. It all boils down to self-care at the end of the day, and not going to a spa, but maybe you want to do some kind of, thermal dynamic, oily rub-a-dub. Who knows? You do you. But sometimes just some plain old coconut oil does the trick. Shea butter. Even olive oil, sunflower oil, like jojoba. That's actually not an oil though, it's a wax, believe it or not. What else we got going on here? So maybe like do some extra exfoliating practices for the next couple of weeks and get your skin summer ready. And also maybe considering the idea that like sun exposure is something that you want to incorporate. Self-care with regards to sun exposure. We have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo vibes. So there might be some stuff that you want to donate when it's the new moon. Let's see what the tarot's got to say. We got the Neon Pam. And donating to somewhere that people will get the stuff for free. I like that better. That's just, my suggestion. It's a great suggestion. Not just my suggestion. That is my suggestion. Queen of Cups. So there could be a fabulous, watery person in your life. This could be you also reconnecting or wanting to just invoke your intuition and be more nurturing. Maybe like, I don't want to say parenting, but like, there's just maybe something that you want to nurture on some level. And if this is an individual in your life, this could be, a fabulous feminine. But either way, this is about manifesting, like your concern is about manifesting somebody more nurturing in your life, or you manifesting those qualities within yourself. More nurturing on an emotional level. Also confidently able to follow your intuition. So like if you have any empathic tendencies, that would be what it is that you're tapping into more or trying to tap into more. So I don't know if it's going to be confidence or there's just a certain level of strength that you're going to have to manifest in order to like bring this energy into your circle, into your sphere of life. So either you are too overbearing. It's probably a combination of both. I find that it's like, you know, we visit the opposite ends of the spectrum. Too overbearing or too, what's the word I'm looking for? Too much of a pushover. So you need to be careful about that. Boundaries are key when it comes to the strength card. So I don't know what else. I just feel like there's something. But I feel like boundaries are definitely the key point, the key factor when it comes to the strength with the Queen of Swords. Because you think about like, you know, emotions, you know, it makes things muddy. It also, you know, when you're dealing with fire and water dynamic, it is either making a person boil on account of, or it could be you boiling. It could be you boiling. But whatever like beastie qualities you got going on, like maybe you have, like you're really primal about things. Like you really are instinctive, which is, I feel like, definitely a super strength. It's a fucking superpower, if you ask me. At the same time, there's like, you know, I hate this word, like civility. You're probably good at that though, Sagittarius, you being that. But also confidence. Like if you're not tapped into your confidence, and like false pride is really something that it's tricky. If someone is really proud and overconfident about certain aspects of their lives, or they know that they do one thing well, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing all of the things well. And you really just kind of need to really find that balance and be honest with yourself about the things that you're not balanced with. The Knight of Swords overlooking the situation. So this person is kind of like a messenger on some level. They're like one of the more diplomatic, I would say, of the knights. Like they are the type of soldier that can negotiate things. They're also very logical and critical. All the things that embody, you know, the qualities, positive qualities of the mind. They can be very charismatic and manipulative on account of that. But this knight is upright, so I feel like we're good here. But what the universe, I feel like, is telling you is that you need to really take some direction in terms of like some new skills that you need to either put into practice or develop. I feel like it's probably related to communication, most likely related to communication. Yeah, subconsciously, like there's something that you really have to learn about your intuition in combination with your confidence about your intuition. Because you're robbing yourself I would say, of your dignity on some level. Because this is the 7 of Swords here. The 5 is about like someone jacking you. The 7 is about it's kind of like slander and hearsay, but you're doing that shit to yourself. Like, it's almost just like there's something that you're doing or behaving in a particular way. Maybe you're like being too provocative. Or like it's just like you're doing something that is causing people to, well, let's see how people see you, but I just feel like something is up. Like you're robbing yourself of I don't even know. Like, how do you rob your own dignity? It's almost like you've allowed it's like allowing yourself to become a doormat. That's the only thing I can think of. Someone who willfully allows themselves to it's like a people pleaser type of vibe I'm getting. And people do that for a reason. Like, that's not something that that's like a learned behavior, right? So it's not a part of who you are. Subconsciously, it's coming through. Like, this is like some core shit coming through. The Knight of Cups. So emotionally ready to go up to bat for yourself. Still needing direction, though, when it comes to how you process your emotions. So it's not like you need direction. It's just like there's more practice, or not even more practice. It's like still being in a spot where it's all about you versus being able to truly be of service or give of yourself. 222. It's almost like, so I don't know if I don't know, like, people have kids and people don't have kids, right? The people who have kids know what it is to have to put somebody before themselves all the time, like for the rest of their lives almost, right? For a very significant portion of a parent's life, the world is not all about them. It really is about the future of like humanity in the home, right? So that's the difference between a Knight of Cups versus a Queen of Cups. Now, let's just say that there aren't knights out there that don't have kids, right? I'm just saying it's just like that idea. So somehow, some way, subconsciously, like, you're robbing yourself of some type of opportunity, or presenting yourself in a way where that is just like not 100% what you're about. We have the High Priestess here. So you do carry a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, and it is valuable, it is sacred, it is in tune with, with the level of knowledge that we receive generationally, right? Ancestral knowledge, ethics, values, logic, reason, all of the things, spirituality. That's something that you have an understanding or deep respect for, and or a deep respect for. It's both. And it's almost like when you have that type of like, it's a gift that you have to be responsible for, having like High Priestess energy. It's 444. It's like, wow, I'm like in tune here with the numbers. It is, I don't know, it's like really It really is about divine femininity, or like just like the divine cycles that are incongruent with life carrying, the embodiment of the life carrying process, right? So all the things that are great and shitty about being born with ovaries, or, you know, all the ways in which any human, no matter what they got going on between their legs, embodies femininity. Okay? So, let's continue. How are we doing here? We're good. We got the 4 of coins. All right. So your attitude is, you still got like some kind of lack mentality. That can manifest in so many different ways. It's like you're holding on to what you got instead of allowing yourself to be free from having to hold on to all this stuff. It's like bag lady. You're going to hurt your back dragging all that baggage like that. Bags like that. Shout out to Eric if I do. That queen is something else. I'm blessed to have seen her in concert as a younger person, and I will never forget it. We have the 7 of Cups. So this is about being indecisive, or just really having so many opportunities, and just like what's influencing you within your environment, and also the way that people are viewing you, is that possibilities are quite endless. You just need to focus, and you're struggling to focus on the natural order of how you need to accomplish and achieve the things. Like if you're all over the place, which is, the way that some people operate, it's just going to take, everything's going to happen at a slower pace if you're just spreading yourself thinly across all the things. But if you're focusing on one thing at a time, or doing that a little bit more, and doing that a little bit more, then things start to happen quicker. So your attitude might be that you're just kind of holding on to something, and it's really causing some type of blockage. It's a blockage that has to do with emotional regulation that impacts your ability to emotionally regulate, which is why I would say that you are struggling with being indecisive and not being able to continue growing. It's limiting your growth on some level, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles. So our concern, definitely directly related to our hopes and fears. One being about being grounded, being financially secure, while the other one being emotionally content, happy. Intuition is at its prime. Abundance is what you seek. It's the name of your game. I would say that grounding, like making sure that the ground is prepared for you to burn your fabulous fire. Making sure the ground is dry and not muddy, else you're going to have a hard time starting your fire. Just wanted to come through upside down. We got the 5 of Wands. So conflict. You're going to be conflicted about something. Something's going to be a struggle for you. You might be in conflict with somebody, with the person who is holding you back. This could also just be with yourself, like when you're talking about intrapersonal conflicts, dealing with expanding your mind to go beyond this lack mentality. This is a really important place to be, though. It is a foundational point where you either pivot towards, like kind of like another little mini fool moment where you take the plunge. And, it could be some hard times, but it is the beginning of good times, of solid times, of you learning how to constitutionally take care of your shit and max out on taking care of your shit. Being able to manifest money, maintain your money. Like financial literacy could be what the universe is telling you that you need to level up in some type of way, where you might be very comfortable and happy and have quite a bit and be very privileged in lots of ways. You could also have the desire to try something new in terms of how you want to invest your money. There's going to be some conflict, though. Like you're conflicted. Making decisions is something that really isn't your forte at this time. Although this is what you hope to be, because this queen here, she makes money. She's the fucking money queen, right? She is the one that is sound and solid when it comes to manifesting abundance. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be money. This is like the abundance that we receive literally from the earth, like the gifts of the ground. This is connecting with those things. So planting your garden, watering your garden, all that kind of stuff. It's not just about money, but this also could be about money. But there's something that you do need to loosen up and let go of. This could be, and what you could be conflicted over completely is that, you might be robbing yourselves of opportunities because you're allowing people to suck your energy. You're allowing people to see you in a certain way. If you don't carry yourself well and present yourself in a certain way where, for example, you don't need any validation versus you do need validation, or if you're looking for validation, even if it's in small ways, people pick up on that, and they will, the world is literally full of vampires, maybe more so than, I don't want to say more so than ever, but the more people we have around us, the chances are you're increasing the odds more and more, the more vampires you're going to have around you too. And I don't mean literally vampires. I mean energy suckers, people that want to see you as a sucker and try and take from you. So, if that's not something that you're dealing with, that's not for everybody. Well, the Hermit just fell through. So lighting your own way through this conflict. And I feel like it requires work. So the Hermit is the seeker of answers, the seeker of knowledge, the seeker of light, the carrier of light. They're looking around, right? It's mercurial, Virgo, with laced with some what's the word? The name. Saturn. That planet, with the star on it. With Saturnian energy. So planting the seeds, allowing yourself the time and nurturing and development to grow. And it's a slow process. The Hermit is not a young person. So you basically have, like, you know what it is that you need to do to release yourself. To release yourself from your own bondage, to release yourself and become the fabulous, and like just not become, but just reconnect with how freaking fabulous you are. Allow your heart to feel lighter as opposed to heavy. This is fucking heavy. Like, this individual, they're trying to take on so much. They've taken on so much. They can't even handle what it is that they need to carry. It hurts. And they have to leave 2 behind. And just think of this, if this is what's so important to you, like, so in this picture here, like, it's material things. Like, this person thinks they need all this, like, ammo, this weaponry, right? Or they're just, like, greedy. But either way, it's like they think that they need all of this, what represents power, right? Meanwhile, they don't have all of it. They can't handle all of the power. So why not just take what you need and know that that is enough? What do you need more of, Sagittarius? And who are you leaving behind? What are you leaving behind that's important? Because what if these were the 2 more important things, most important things? And all of this, it's worth something. But you could just be robbing yourself of an opportunity to, like, have these ones. And all you need to do is just put the shit down that's, like, probably cutting up your hands and wrecking your shit. Like, how can you carry swords like that? You're going to cut your clothes. You're going to cut your hands. And at the end of the day, like, you're on your own. Nobody's even paying attention to you. It's more funner to be around people that you love and who love you, that you can learn with and grow with, instead of trying to take because you think that, because you can't see that you deserve to be with them. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like that's not for everybody, but it's for somebody, that's for sure. Okay, we are going way over time here. Let's see. We're going to end off with some oracles. We got Spiritual AF and an affirmation. Knight of Wands. That's you. I am a passionate seeker of creative ideas, called upon to expand my spiritual horizons and broaden my creative experience. I am ready to take on new challenges to my creative growth and test the skills I have already developed. I am eager to experiment with unusual ideas and inspirations. I have come to trust the creative process. Oh, look at here, I'm wearing the message. What? I am willing to change direction along the way in order to adapt to new circumstances and discoveries. I am inspired and enthusiastic, caught up in a sense of higher purpose and the wonder of creative exploration. That sounds wonderful. What do we got here? Exhale that bullshit. Ooh, yeah. Today's practice, the ancient meditation technique of inhaling the good shit and exhaling the bullshit. Sorry, today practice, not today's practice, but yes, today's practice. Think of good shit like puppies and pandas and pineapple. Or think of things that don't start with the letter P. Breathe that in like it sparkles. Exhale bullshit stuff like anxiety, self-doubt, and resentment. Let it leave your body like dust being cleared out. It works. At the very least, you'll have an idea about what stuff you like and what stuff to dump on your therapist. Amen to that. And feel free to connect for personal readings and dump away. That is part of the fee. All right. reflexivemoon@gmail.com. Thank you so much for checking out my reading, this reading for you, and we will catch you next time.